Hello, hello, hello. Guess what? It's Wednesday. That means it's Wisdom Wednesday. I trust you're doing well today. Today, our topic comes in the form of a question. Are you proactive or reactive? Let's find out. Let's get right into it. We realize most of the times that there are so many contributing factors as to how we respond to things, or we think, how we perceive things. So today is going to be very interesting, and I trust, I believe that this is going to stir something in you. It's going to cause you to think about how you respond to situation, how you think, how you view things. And as we said in previous videos, that we're working on becoming a better version of us, right? So each day we want to try to find out ways in which we can improve ourselves, ways in which we can improve how we do things. And for 2020, if you want to be your best and to be the best you, we have to work on our mindset. Because if we have the same old mindset from 2019 or 2018 or from whenever, we're going to get the same results. All right. So proactive. Proactive people focus on the effort, on their circle of influence. They work on the things that they can do something about. So people who are proactive, they work on their circle of influence, the things that they have control over, things that they can change. Their health, their children, or they might have a problem at work that, you can work on. But reactive people, rather, they focus their efforts on the circle of concern, things in which they have little or no control over. Things like national debt or terrorism or the weather that you can't even change. So that's reactive and proactive people. Let's look. The proactive approach focuses on eliminating the problem before it happens. So an individual who is proactive, they look on the approach, they approach life, they approach situation, life in general, and they try to eliminate the problem before it appears, right? They look at that. They look to see how they can solve their issue or the problem before it occurs. Simple as that. The reactive, they are based on responding on the event. So reactive people, they wait until the event happened, something happened, and then they react to it. Just as though if you are pinched, you respond to it. That's how the reactive persons are. The difference between these two approaches is that the perspective of each individual is increased. Each individual produce the assessing action of the event. So the difference between these two is based on perspective, and we have looked on perspective before. It's based. We look at life and we perceive things based on how we see it, from which angle we see it. So whether you are proactive or you're reactive is based on your perception. For some people, they try to say, when it happens, whatever happens. When it happens, then I'll deal with it. For some persons, that's the reactive persons, but for the proactive person, they like to see the thing and go at the thing before it causes a problem. I know somebody who's proactive. Proactive persons, they're always looking ahead at their future, at activities and events, and anticipating needs and problems as possible outcomes. So proactive persons, they're always at it. They look ahead, they see what's happening and they go at it. They try to do the thing before it reaches the stage where you have to put a band-aid on it or you have to react to what is happening. The reactive person, however, they only react to the things that has already happened. So that's what they do. When the thing happens, then they react. If you are proactive, you don't have to wait for circumstances or for other people to create perspective, expanding experiences. You can consciously create your own. And this is a quote from Stephen Covey or Convey. All right. Convey went on to say that proactivity regards proactivity as the act of taking your own life and being responsible for it. So when you're proactive, that's how you view life. I am responsible for my life. I am responsible for what I react to. Remember last week we talked about responding to everything, and if somebody calls you a dog and if you're not a dog, then you don't answer, because when you answer, it means you're giving the indication that you are a dog. So when you are proactive, you take control of your life, you take control of your space, you take control of what you react to, what you listen to, what you answer to, right? We ultimately have the choice on how we respond to what happens to our lives. And that is so true. So when we look at life from a proactive perspective, we understand and we realize that it's our life. We have been given the opportunity to choose what we want to choose, right? So life don't just happen and then things affect us, right? So we realize that a lot of times persons are reactive rather than proactive. Persons blame people for what happened in their life. There's a popular situation, I think we spoke about it in one of our videos, where the issue of or the matter of reproduction. Persons don't take control of their life, and they are given the choice to prevent or to choose when they want to reproduce, but then they don't take control of their life. And then when it happens, then they have to react. And then they are stressed out, and then it's this one, and it's this one, and it's all these things. So today the question is, are you proactive or you're reactive? Proactive people, they think ahead. They are in control of their life. They know that they are in control of their life. They plan ahead, and they don't wait for possible things to happen and then they react. However, the reactive person, they sit down and they wait for it to happen, and then they react to what had happened. People who lack proactivity, they tend to be more reactive, seeing themselves as victims of the circumstances. So persons who are reactive, that's how they look at life. They are less proactive. So people who lack proactivity, they are reactive. They see themselves as the victim, thus feeling much or less empowered. People who play the game of tit for tat, that in an argument, they are being reactive. So a lot of persons like to do it. They like to play the game of tit for tat. So he's the reason why I had to respond to that. If he does this to me, I'm going to do it back to them. That's a reactive behavior, right? They are reacting to what the other person is saying rather than being grounded and taking responsibility for your own emotional triggers. And that's what happened in life. If it is that you don't take control over your life, people are going to have you and spin you. People are going to know that this is your button and they're going to push it. People are going to know that this is what is going to get her mad and they're going to do it to get you mad. So you must, I don't want to boss you up and tell you what you must do, right? But I think it's better to be proactive than to be reactive. And if it is that you're working on the best, to become the best version of you, I think it does help, right? Right. So, the habits of proactivity. The ability to set goals and work towards them. When you are proactive, you set goals. And remember, we talk about goal setting. So you set goals for 2020 and you work at them. You be proactive and you go at them. You don't sit back and become laid back and easy and allow time to pass and to be and procrastinate and allow the years to go, the months to go by, and then in November you start stressing out yourself because you are in debt and you didn't save enough money and you're stressed out and it was because of that person why I didn't, and it was because of that and all of that. But take control of your life, be proactive, go at it, set goals for your life, know that you are in charge and you are the driver for your life, right? So when you are proactive, you create opportunities and not wanting for them to come, not looking for them to come your way. So when you're proactive, you go seek opportunities. You know that this is what you're good at. This is where you want to see your life, and you go out and you source it, you get it. You don't just sit and wait for things to fall in your lap, because that does not work. I don't know of that happening, right? So you take control of your own life, your own space. Right? When you're proactive, when you sense that persons are toxic, when you sense that persons are dramatic, you take control of your own life. If it is that persons, you have to learn to walk away from trouble if you can. It don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. Right? So yes, be proactive, take control of your own life, and know that you are the driver for your life, right? So are you proactive or are you reactive? Think on these things. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I trust that this has helped you. Thanks for watching, and share with everybody you know. Bye-bye.